Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Koala and this is my little nook in this end of the universe that we call YouTube. And I'm gonna do something new. I'm gonna try a vlog. So it's a full moon today and I have some things on my agenda, so I thought I was gonna take you with me on some of it. And I'm sitting here on my couch. I have had breakfast and I'm gonna do rune of the day and put on my Instagram, and then I have some more runic things to accomplish. So yeah, come with me. Utusha sreir ken gifu vinya hagal naudis yara pertra iu algi sol til bjerka maderlagu ing odal dages fe. Utusha sreid ken gifu vinya hagal naudis yara pertra iu algi sol til bjerka maderlagu ing odal dages fe. Utusha sreid ken gifu vinya hagal naudis yara pertra iu algi sol til bjerka maderlagu ing odal dages fe. Rune of the day is Vinya or Vunyo, the rune of joy. See the beauty in big things as well as small. It's a full moon today. Explore that. Use that. It might just mean that you sit quiet for a moment, acknowledging that there is a full moon, focusing on taking in the energies, and they reach you even when you are inside, so you don't have to go outside to get the full moon's full benefits. This might also mean that you have a full-on full moon ceremony with letting go or releasing something, or maybe completing something. Okay, so here I have my journal, my medical journal that I journal my things in from day to day. So next on my agenda for this full moon is to draw a rune to see which one I will be honoring in ceremony for the dark moon ahead. So I am currently doing a rune cycle of a sort where that's how I live my life in rune cycles. Normally I walk with the runes from Urus to Fehu in cycles. This time I am walking with them a bit as they want to show up and as they want to come. So it's not a set. I'm not necessarily following them in order. It depends on which rune comes next. I did celebrate and honor Urus the first time, so I always start with Ur or Urus. That's the first rune of this dark, and you can see that video of that ceremony somewhere here. I'm gonna make sure you can reach it if you haven't seen it. And that's like the kickoff of my moon cycle, where I walk with that rune and learn from it and work with it and all its aspects. So that was the dark moon, and now it's the full moon, so I'm gonna decide, or I'm gonna ask the runes what rune I'm gonna honor the next time, next dark moon, and what I will be walking with. So after I've done that, I will meditate a little bit on what I'm how I'm gonna honor it. If the rune wants me to seek out a special place in nature, or if it wants me to be at home for the ceremony, for the honoring part of it. And I'm gonna write that down so I know that. I can flip back on my page in my pages when I come to that, and I can gestate within me for the next couple of weeks. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I don't have to sound the runes again. I've already done that a few minutes ago. So I'm just gonna focus so that I have a clear intention and a clear question that I blow into the runes. And it's us or Ansus. So I'm gonna write that down. And with the pen still in my hand and my journal on my lap, I'm gonna hold my rune in my left hand, and I'm gonna meditate on that for a moment and write down whatever comes up. So I'm gonna let the rune tell me if there's something that I can that I need to know right now or not. Sometimes no, and sometimes the rune just, yeah, I want this, I want this, I want that. You can do this, you can do this, you can visit this place or whatever. So we'll see. And I'm gonna sound the rune a bit. No, I'm actually not gonna sound it now because I'm not gonna walk with it now. I'm just gonna focus on it and see what it says. So I'm getting that I'm gonna focus on my lungs and my heart and take deep, deep breaths, and I'm gonna be outside. And I'm also getting that I am gonna do like a miniature uteseta. And it's important that I'm quiet and that I listen to the wind, and I listen to the voices in the wind, like the ancestors and also nature, all the animals and the wind itself. And being quiet and listening is more important, and following whatever I can hear whispering in the wind is more important than sitting still. So it's not going to be a ceremony where I sit still in one place. I'm going to open a sacred space, but it's going to be more encompassing of a larger area, and I'm going to be able to walk around a little bit. So it's going to be sort of a walkabout, but a short little walkabout, and I'm gonna follow where the wind takes me. And the place, I do see a place with my inner eye, like the nearest woods that I have a bit south of me, where I'm sitting right now, but I also get a feeling that it's not important It's just important that I feel that I do it. You know, the place is less important than actually doing it. So I'm thanking that rune and I'm putting it back in the bag. And then I'm gonna look back in my journal. I think to this flap here. No, that's not it. Where are we? So I thought I had a tab. I'm gonna have to scroll a bit. I found the page. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna meditate, and I'm gonna meditate with a rune to find out what exactly I'm gonna do for a rune. In Swedish I call it runemagisk ceremony. So I'm gonna do, like, once a month or so, I hold a ceremony that is a rune magic ceremony. It's a Seder ceremony. We use Seder. And I have at one point in January I draw runes for all of the ceremonies that I'm gonna hold this year, or at least the first 8 ceremonies, and it is coming up to be my 5th ceremony, I think, in June. So I'm gonna hold a rune ceremony during the new moon for this. So it's a rune magic ceremony, not just a rune ceremony. So a rune ceremony, what I talked about just now, when I drew Ansus or As, that's a rune where that's a ceremony where we honor a rune or work with one rune specifically, often for our own benefit or maybe for someone else, if we or all of us together when we are in a circle. But rune magic ceremonies is Seder ceremony, so we use our medicine and our magic to help outside of ourselves to shift something in the world wide web of the dream time. So not the world wide web as in the internet, but you know, the web of life. And so in January I draw runes for the intentions of all 8 ceremonies that I'm gonna hold for this, my first 8 ceremonies, and where people are welcome to join. So it's in Swedish, and the people that are joining or have been joining up until now at least have been people that have previously either taken a course with me for a runic course, or or walked with me through a rune cycle with rune ceremonies that I held for not just myself but other people as well. Like it was kind of a course where we walked with each and every rune to dive deep into it together, so that the people that are in the Seder ceremonies have some previous knowledge of the runes and how to work with the runes in medicine and magic before using it to help others. So that was my intention with that. So people don't really have to have walked with the runes together with me to join those ceremonies, but I want people to have some sort of pre-existing knowledge and experience, and to own a set of runes that they work with. So the rune that I drew for June, for the new moon of June, let's see if I can find it. It was the same as the rune of the day but reversed, so which means that it was upside down when I drew it. See if I can find it, if it's hiding. If it's hiding. Are you hiding when you... I am getting more and more used to using the English names of the runes. It's with the last batch. When speaking English. Not entirely comfortable though, because it's not my it's not the names that resonate with me and my spirit and my soul. So the rune of the day was Vunyorvinya, and for this ceremony it's gonna be upside down. So I'm gonna meditate a little bit on that, and then I'm gonna tell you about it after. Actually, I'm gonna have you join me. I'm gonna sound the rune and then I'm gonna see what I get. So yeah. Okay, so as soon as I started listening to the rune, I could see that the purpose of the ceremony is going to be to focus on the beauty of life and the beauty of all things, and to go into the dream time and clear away fear. So me and my circle friends or co-magicians are going to focus on clearing away fear and giving that energy back to the earth, my mother and the sky father, to what's the word in English? Recycle into new energy. So we're gonna clear that away to make room for seeing the beauty. So we're gonna go into the dream time and we're gonna address the collective spirit of man, of humans. And that might sound strange, but a lot of people that work spiritually and shamanically or just are witches talk a lot about spirit animals and power animals and that sort of thing. And those are not, like, spirit animals aren't individual beings. It's not one, it's not a, if you have a spirit animal that's a bird of a sort, that bird isn't a specific individual bird. It's not, oh hi, I'm Frank, I'm your spirit animal. It's, I am parrot or I am raven. So that's a collective spirit for that animal, right? So every animal, every plant, and even humans have a collective spirit for each species. So we are a lot of people on this earth, but we have one collective spirit that is the spirit of human. As well, just like wolf has one collective spirit and lion has one collective spirit, or ant or mosquito, you know. And when we have shamanic ceremonies, sailor ceremonies to help different species prevail, we do the same thing. We go up into the dream time and work with this collective spirit of that animal, most often to understand what we can do to help them, what they need, and not just force our will upon them. So that's kind of what we're gonna do in this ceremony. We're gonna use Sailor to go into the dream time and address the collective spirit of human and of Homo sapiens and figure out what we can do, and then we're gonna do it. So those are gonna be the steps, and then I have a whole list of things we can do afterwards to manifest this. Have rituals and ceremonies focusing on joy, to spread joy in different ways. So like smaller festivals, or so everything from small personal rituals to greater rituals or ceremonies or celebrations. And then we can focus on gratitude on a daily basis, or just have ceremonies for it. We share instead of thinking when we plan things, we're gonna change our way of thinking and think, what if everything was good? Instead of being like, oh, I don't have enough money for this, or I don't have enough friends for that, or I don't have enough for this, or I don't have clothes to wear, we're gonna say, well, what if everything was good? And it doesn't have to be, what if I owned all the clothes in the world and I could wear whatever I want? More like, what if you can come as you are? What if the love you have in your heart is enough? What if your money that you have are enough? Or what if you have everything you need? What is it if everything is already set? Like that kind of mindset. And then instead of worst case scenarios, best case scenarios, which is something that I personally have worked a lot on in the past 10 years or so, because I have PTSD, and so my mind tends to go to worst case scenario every and each time, and have worked with consciously flipping that. And it's a conscious effort to sit and be like, oh no, my partner's being late. What if he's what if he's been in an accident? He doesn't answer the phone. What if he's been in an accident? And instead thinking, well, he's probably just taking a nap somewhere because he knows that he was tired and is late, and I prefer that he would take a nap and then call me. Or instead of worst case scenario for him, it can be, well, maybe there was some block in the way and he had to stop and wait, and he can't talk on the phone when he's driving, or whatever. Like a better case scenario or a best case scenario. So, and then the last thing is to spread good news instead of fake news and bad news. So I'm gonna keep writing a little bit on this, and I will see you again soon. Okay, so these are the remnants of my chakra ceremony that I held just a little, well, now it's been a few hours actually. And you won't really be able to see that chakra ceremony. Well, you can watch it when it comes up on YouTube. It's probably already up when you see this, but it's in Swedish. So, because I'm gonna start hosting chakra ceremonies with beginning at the full moon in July, and I made like an introductory chakra ceremony for that, so people can see what they're in for, and with some information. I'm trying to take some steps to promote myself and my services a little bit better, and my ceremonies, by filming some information about it and that sort of thing, so that it's visible for more people that this is gonna happen at this time, etc. And that's one of my things that I'm doing. And so this, since you last saw me, it's still the same day. It's still a full moon, and I have so many things to do today, and I actually feel up for it. I have a lot of energy today. So I'm a little bit tired now. My head is a bit tired because I have been sitting by my computer ever since I finished that ceremony before lunch. So I finished it like 11:15, and then I prepared lunch and I did some things on my computer, and then I had lunch. And so between lunch and now it's about 10 to 3 in the afternoon, but I have also had I've had a snack like 20 minutes ago. I had a snack. But so between lunch and 2:30, I have been by my computer, and I have been sending out some emails, answering some emails, and I also I have like a subscription for like a newsletter in Swedish that people can subscribe to. It's something that I came up with to help people not have to always be on social media. And I also noticed that when I'm on social media like Instagram or whatnot, I don't always see everything on time. There can be things I'm waiting for, or I'm at least interested in, and I don't get the notifications of it, even though I have notifications on. And then the day of, or 3 days too late, I see in my feed that this person has held this ceremony or done this, and I was like, what? I wanted to know that before. So because also I take like mental health days off of social media once a month, a few days off each month, almost each month, almost every month. And I expect other people to not be online all the time either, and I expect people to take a vacation and put their phone away, or their screens away. So I want my clients and my students and my people to be able to do that as well. And so the newsletter is actually a way for me to reach out with what I have going on, and for people to know what is going on with Koala Strip In, my little nook in the center of the universe. What ceremonies are coming up, or what courses or whatever are starting. So that's why I started a newsletter. What was that? Newsletter. So what I am not as good at is asking for reviews or testimonies after I've had clients. So everything kind of happens in the dark. So I can have like 10 clients in a week, and I forget completely to ask for any kind of review or anything. And I was asked not recently, maybe a few months ago or 6 months ago, to do a testimony for someone else that I had used. She had helped me with some stuff, and I had used her services, and so I did that, and in return she gave me a review on the services that she had used that I provide. So that gave me the idea that I was gonna, I was encouraged to do that with other people, to gather some testimonies and some reviews. And then my surgery happened, and I didn't really, do that at the moment. But now I have had some inspiration. And from now on, I'm gonna be better at asking for reviews and testimonies when I provide services. Because I usually, you know, get back to people and be like, oh, how have you been? Because I don't want to leave people hanging after like a healing session or something like that, especially healing sessions and courses. So from now on, I'm gonna be better. And this is like a kickoff, like a kickoff celebration of me being better at this. So this has also given me an opportunity to update my Swedish website. So let's see if I can show you my Swedish website. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. So this is my computer and this is my website, and so this is my Swedish website with all of my different. This is my gigantic menu with everything from healing and ceremonies and courses and workshops and a tab for YouTube. That's a calendar over here, and here's about me, and here if I click here we come to like the current events kind of thing with all of my like what's happening right now. So this is like the newsletter from May, this is new moon spread, and rune magical ceremony we have here. So where was I going? And then if I click up here I have my book tab for my book club and a tab for my shamanic circles, like so to clarify this, my shamanic circles are like study circles, with one subject every 2 to 3 weeks. So that's what I've been doing now, and I have a cup of tea, and I have been looking over what I want to accomplish more today. I want to edit the little video or long video with the chakra ceremony, so I can send out that link to my subscribers as well, going out sometime this week. So it's Wednesday today, so it would be preferable to not have it sent out exactly today, because I would just sent out that review deal, but like so that they receive it on Friday or Saturday or something like that, so there's a few days in between or something like that. I have my bujo here, and I have everything I want to do, and I have a ceremony tonight. I have a full moon ceremony for letting go of whatever needs to be let go of in this point in time. I have a former client that I need to let go of from my heart chakra. It's a dog. It's a dog. It's a dog that has been he's passed over the Rainbow Bridge earlier this week, and I need to release anything that holds me back from grieving him. He's been a client of mine for 5 years, and we really know each other, and I really just adore him, and I need to release some emotion, and I'm gonna do that today. So I have some things more to do today, so I will see you later and I will share more. Right now I'm gonna edit that chakra ceremony video so that I know that that is done when I need to send out the link to my subscribers, and it will pop up on my YouTube channel in a day or two as well, but it's in Swedish. I will everything that I do in Swedish. I have plans on sharing in English as well eventually. So it's just Sweden is my main area of being in service in, you can say. But yeah, if it sounds interesting with chakra ceremonies, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so I will see you a little later. Okay, so it's now later in the day, early evening in on the full moon the day of the full moon, so it's the 11th of June still. And I have a ceremony in about 45 minutes with some other people. I'm hosting a ceremony, a let go ceremony, release kind of ceremony on Zoom. So I'm mentally preparing for that. So I have decided that I'm gonna do my own ceremony, my own full moon ceremony tomorrow morning. I work with the full moon having high energies for 3 full 24 hours, so 72 hours of full energies. So I do have tomorrow as well to work on some things that I want to, you know, have done within that time frame. So that's perfectly fine for me. So I've decided to do that tomorrow morning when I do my morning ritual and that sort of thing. Okay, so it's morning again on the 12th of June, and I'm here to do my morning meditation. Good morning, it's now morning again, and I have a lit candle, I have my journal, and I'm gonna do some morning meditation. And I'm probably gonna be interrupted because I put on tea that I have to drain in a while, so I'm just that wasn't the brightest move, but yeah. I already opened my Viracocha because I did yoga, so I open it before yoga and then I go on to meditate. I keep it open. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, when I was doing yoga, I had a spider above me. Now that I meditated, I could feel it leaving, so I looked up and it's further away on the ceiling. I could really feel it move away, being uninterested. Now I've also drained my tea. I'm gonna continue my meditation. I could feel the spider becoming more curious and coming closer again when I did the last part of that. So I actually timed it very well with the tea, because I do my meditation in stages, and the most important thing for me in the morning is to clear myself of any heavy energies from the night, like bad dreams or like the neighbors' energies. The neighbors have a new baby and it's everywhere. The energy is just everywhere. And to clear myself of that and then start my day with new fresh energy. So the second stage that I did when I came back from fixing my tea was to receive energy, like receive healing from the universe. Just new fresh energy, let it fill my body, my mind, my energy body and my bubble. And then I closed my Viracocha to retain everything. And yeah, I'm looking up where the spider is currently residing. So now I'm gonna go on to draw the rune of the day and make myself some breakfast in that order, and I will see you again soon. Rune of the day is Sol or Suelo, the sun rune reversed. Today you need to be mindful of your own sun and your own shine and your own demands on other people. Your needs need to be met, but not at the expense of other people. So look around you and see the weight on other people's shoulders, on other people's hearts, and maybe redelegate some things. And if you have asked something of someone, maybe today is a good day to reconsider, especially if the person wants to do it but is hesitant or can't really say when or where. Be mindful, and at the same time make sure that your own needs are met. Okay, hello again. So I am preparing for my letting go, for my letting go ceremony, for my sake. So is that the right way to put it? For my sake? It feels so dramatic. For my sake. For me. So I am preparing and I'm thinking what I need to do this. And it's so hard to think about what I need when I speak English. So I'm gonna speak Swedish for a while to myself. Okej, så släppa taget. Kittel, ljus, källor, mörk och ljus. Och jag tror att jag behöver kakao sen. Så det blir nog tacksamhetsritual efteråt. Så jag tror att jag släpper taget och sen gör jag kakao och sen gör jag lunch efter den här ceremonin. Det får nog bli så. Så, jag gör så här. Okay, so I think I am ready, and yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. I'm gonna shower later and I'm gonna change my shirt after I shower. Okay, so I have my little, whatever you call this, in Swedish we call it kittel, and it's filled with salt. And it's filled with salt because I need to put the candle in here, make it stand. It's a small candle. It's like a candle that is originally for like once upon a time when you burned real candles in Christmas trees. I think it's also for like churches. It's called Birgitta ljus in Swedish. I have no Bridget or Birgitta candles, I don't know. So there's been such a long time since I've done this ritual that because it's a ritual, so I'm gonna try and just follow my intuition on this one, because I usually have like a way of doing things. There aren't many rituals that I have like a framework around, but this is one of them because I found a way to do it once upon a time and it was very successful for me, so I kept doing it in the same way and it really worked wonders. And I wrote it down in 2 places, and now I can't find either of those. So I'm gonna go with my intuition, and my intuition tells me to, because I remember having so many candles and a bigger kettle, and more candles, and yeah. But my intuition tells me 1 candle because it's 1 dog that I'm gonna let go of, and let go of the energies of the universe. So I will be speaking Swedish when I do the ritual because it comes from my heart. But it's basically gonna be me thanking him for everything that I have learned and for our time together, and I might go through a lot of sticks for this one. Because I don't feel like burning paper or writing things down. I don't think so. So when I talk Swedish, I'm talking to his spirit and thanking him for the time we'll have together, and just thanking him for a lot of things, whatever comes up. And I'm gonna be using these rattles to open sacred space, one in dark and 1 light, 1 night and 1 sun, and this is for the letting go and also inviting new energy, because when my perspective is that if you let go of something, you need to invite something new, because otherwise you will have this hole that will fill up with worst case scenario, a lot of heavy energy and blockages, hinder you from moving forward, and I don't want that. I want to invite new energy. I want to, if I need to grieve more, I want to do that, but it's been a week since I saw him last, and it's been a few days since I know that he was walked over the Rainbow Bridge. So I feel like I am ready to let go, and of course I do have some grief in me still. I'm gonna allow that to rise, in the coming month or how long it takes. But I want to be open to receiving new energy and new whatever comes next, So I'm contemplating right now if I'm gonna make my cacao now or after. I think I'm gonna make it now because it's gonna help me open my heart chakra. So I'm gonna open sacred space first, and then I'm gonna make my cacao within the sacred space. That's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna take you with me, but not every minute. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I won't lie, I have one candle that is like the center of my circle today. I'm gonna light that one before we open a sacred space. This is the center of the circle, like the hearth. And then this candle that I put in here for him, I'm gonna let it be until I use it for the ritual. And now I will be speaking in Swedish to open sacred space. Jag hälsar öster, vinden, våren och gryningen. Jag hälsar alla från öster, slå med mig i denna cirkel. Jag hälsar vindarna i öster, örnen, kondoren. Kom från uppåtgående solens land och ta mig under era vingar. Visa mig bergen jag bara vågar drömma om att bestiga. Visa mig jag kan flyga vinge till vinge med the great spirit. Aho. Jag hälsar söder, sommaren, hettan och elden. Jag hälsar alla från söder, slå med mig i denna cirkel. Jag hälsar vindarna i söder och stråormen. Kom och se på ett ljus omkring mig. Kom och visa mig jag kan släppa mitt förflutna, så som du släpper ut skinn. Kom och visa mig jag kan vandra mage till mage med jorden och modern. Kom och visa mig skönhetens väg. Aho. Jag hälsar väster, vattnet, hösten och skymningen. Jag hälsar alla från väster, slå med mig i denna cirkel. Jag hälsar vindarna i väster, jaguaren, puman. Kom och värna, vårda och vakta mitt medicine space. Kom och hjälp mig ner från träden så jag kan leva i frid utan rädsla. Kom och visa mig vägen bortom döden. Jag välkomnar intuition, vägledning, visdom och flöde från väster. Aho. Jag hälsar norr, de djupa skogarna och tjocka isen, kraftdjur och skyddsandar. Jag hälsar alla från norr, slå med denna cirkel. Jag hälsar vindarna i norr, kolibrin. Kom med all din medicin. Farmördar, farfädrar. Kom och värma händer vid min eld. Kom och viska till mig i vinden. Jag hedrar er som kommer före oss. Jag hedrar er som kommer efter oss. Alla våra barnbarns barn. Aho. Moder jord, Pachamama, håll mig i din trygga famn under denna ceremoni. Jag välkomnar all din medicin. Jag välkomnar dina barn och deras medicin. Jag hälsar växter, stenar och maskiner. 2-benta, 4-benta, flerbenta. Jag hälsar de som kryper, de som krälar, de som flyger, de som simmar. Alla våra släktingar på denna gröna vackra jord. Aho. Fader himmel, universum och det stora mysteriet. Kom hålla vaken hand över mig. Fader sol, mormor måne, stjärnationer. Jag välkomnar ert ljus i visdom. Du som har 1000 namn och är den onämnbara, Great Spirit. Tack för att jag får vara här idag. Sjunga livets sång ännu en gång. Aho. Jag står här i mitten av världen i min egen kraft, min egen magi och min egen medicin som blir starkare för varje dag. Jag står här som Caspian, Koala, mossmån av rävklanen, han som dansar med djuren och välkomnar alla som är med i denna cirkel. Jag välkomnar Solo och hans ande. Jag välkomnar dem jag behöver ska vara med. Välkomna. Aho. Okay. Now I'm gonna make some cacao. Okay, placing the plant milk in here for great. And I'm gonna set a timer for that. And here's the cacao that's gonna be in after with some chili and salt. Okay. My cacao. Okay. Lighting this candle. Rose quartz. Okay, so that was intense. That was very intense. So all there was so much grief coming through, and I got so many insights in that short amount of time. And it wasn't all about that specific dog that I let go of. It was a lot about grief that I held on to regarding my first dog, the one that we had when I was a preteen, teenager, and then she followed me when I moved away from home. I had her part-time and my dad had her part-time, and I realized that I still hadn't grieved her properly, and I was carrying a lot of guilt around. I have been for a long time, and that's also a testament to the kind of child I was. I really took on a lot of things, and when it's like everything that our dog needed that wasn't provided, whatever it may have been, I took on the blame for that. I carried that, so in this ritual I did say my thanks to the dog that I intended, that I lit the candle for. I also gave thanks to his owner for whatever it's called, enlisting me, I don't know what the word is, for hiring me in the first place, maybe that's the word. But I also, it went from that into all the ways that dog reminded me of my first dog. And that's when I felt like I was carrying all of that guilt around. And it really wasn't mine to carry. A lot of it wasn't mine to carry. And a lot of it was also misplaced. It was regarding other things, and I had projected that onto her in my relationship, and it turned into guilt, like adding on to that ball of guilt in my gut and in my heart. So I ended up letting go of that guilt, and also seeing that I wasn't the only one in the household, and to give, to take my portion of the accountability, but also giving back what wasn't mine to carry in the first place. And now it sounds like we kind of mistreated her. We didn't. It was just small things in everyday life, because I am an animal communicator, a dog communicator, and I could see every time our dog was disappointed, every time she needed something that wasn't given to her when she was brushed off, and every time something happened, it felt like I was being brushed off, and I was often being brushed off, being dismissed. And it's like I projected some of it on her, and then I took it on in a backwards kind of way. Backwards seemed to be my coping mechanism for a lot of things, doing things backwards. So yeah, I ended up releasing the dog I intended, releasing the guilt of surrounding my first dog, and then giving back energy and accountability that wasn't supposed to be on me. And I feel better. It wasn't at all what I expected this ritual to be, so I understand why I couldn't find my papers. I wasn't gonna do it the regular way, because this wasn't one of the situations. This grew into something even greater. So yeah, time to journal a little, and then close sacred space. So I've journaled, and yeah, I forgot to mention that I also let out grief that I've been holding on to since she passed away, because for a variety of reasons, I couldn't really grieve her when she passed. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to let out some more of that in in the coming days. I'm gonna have to be prepared for that. Maybe some anger as well over being the one to carry all that guilt for so long over little things. Okay. Vi tackar norr, de djupa skogarna och den tjocka isen, kraftdjur och skyddsandar. Vi tackar alla från norr som varit med oss i denna cirkel. Jag tackar vindarna i norr, kolibrin. Tack för all din medicin, farmödrar, farfädrar. Tack för att ni värmt era händer vid min eld. Tack för att ni viskar till mig i vinden. Jag hedrar er som kommer före oss, jag hedrar er som kommer efter oss, alla våra barnbarnsbarn. Aho. Jag tackar väster, vattnet, hösten och skymningen. Jag tackar alla från väster som varit med med denna cirkel. Jag tackar vindarna i väster, jaguaren, puman. Tack för att ni värnar, vårdar och vaktar mitt medicine space. För att ni hjälper mig ner från träden så jag kan leva i frid utan rädsla. Tack för att ni visar mig vägen bortom döden. Jag tackar för intuition, vägledning, visdom och flöde från väster. Aho. Jag tackar söder, sommaren, hettan och elden. Jag tackar alla från söder som varit med i denna cirkel, denna ceremoni. Jag tackar vindarna i söder och stormen. Tack för att du sveper ditt ljus omkring mig. Tack för att du visar mig att jag kan släppa mitt förflutna, så som du släpper ditt skinn. Tack för att du visar mig att jag kan vandra mage till mage med jorden och modern. Tack för att du visar mig skönhetens väg. Aho. Jag tackar öster, vinden, våren och gryningen. Jag tackar alla från öster så att ni är med denna cirkel. Jag tackar vindarna i öster, örnen, kondoren. Tack för att ni kommer från uppåtgående solens land. Ta mig under era vingar. Visa mig bergen jag bara vågar drömma om att bestiga. Visa mig jag kan flyga vinge till vinge med Great Spirit. Aho. Moder jord, Pachamama, tack för all din medicin. Tack för dina barn och deras medicin. Jag tackar växter, stenar och maskiner. Tvåbenta, fyrbenta, flerbenta. Jag tackar de som kryper, de som krälar, de som flyger, de som simmar. Alla våra släktingar på denna gröna vackra jord. Aho. Fader himmel, universum och det stora mysteriet. Tack för allt de vakande hand över mig. Fader sol, mormoner, stjärnationer. Tack för ert ljusare visdom. Du som har 1000 namn och är den onämnbare. Great Spirit, tack för att jag får vara här idag. Sjunga livets sång ännu en gång. Aho. Jag står här i mitten av världen i min egen kraft, min egen magi och min egen medicin som blir starkare för varje dag. Jag står här som Caspian, Koala, mossmån av rävklanen som dansar med djuren och tackar alla som varit med i denna cirkel. Tack. Aho. Okay, so I'm clear. I am doing this. But this candle is gonna burn. I'm gonna let it burn down. If I have to leave home, and then I will blow it out, and I will light it again tomorrow morning, probably. But I will let it burn for as long as it can right now. And yeah, I think that is the end of my full moon rituals. So I guess this is the end of my full moon vlog. And yeah, I feel ready to integrate all of this, all of what I've been doing this full moon period, and yeah, I feel a bit lighter. So let me know what you have been doing this full moon, how you use the full moon energies if you do. But yeah, it depends on from full moon to full moon, but I always do something. Maybe in the last couple of years, maybe I've missed one full moon because I've been busy and realized that things were happening and I didn't have to do anything intentionally. Because I live so much from moon to moon, you know, with the moon, with the elements, with the moon, with the year, that sometimes things happen. I don't have to intentionally do things. And I have, yeah, so I'm just gonna stop talking now because I couldn't talk about the moon forever, and I already have a video about the moon and several videos actually. So I'm just gonna if you have watched this far, give me a full moon emoji in the comments if you have nothing else to say, and I will see you in my next video. Walk in beauty. Xingling.